Good day to everybody and welcome to the press conference of head coach Xavi Hernández ahead of match day 24 en la Liga Santander.
Què tal, Xavi? Bona tarda, Marc de Barça TV. El Barça Espanyol va ser el teu primer partit a...
Barça Espanyol was your first game in charge. A lot of players have changed for both teams.
I també et serveix una mica per
I don't know if that first game is helpful for you to prepare this match, knowing that derbies are always difficult matches. Yes, certain things have changed. Tomorrow we play a derby against the rival that is both intense and difficult with a great manager. They work very well.
Dels últims anys, sota el meu punt de
vista. A great Espanyol, one of the best since the recent years. They're very well worked both in defense and attack. I think that we will see a similar Espanyol that we saw in the Camp Nou. It's true that certain things have changed, such as some players. They're now better. Not had much time to prepare, but we're also in a good form right now. We want to make sure to continue these good experiences, to make sure that things are indeed improving. And tomorrow, in that sense, will be a great test for us against an intense rival. It's a derby, which is always emotion-packed matches. It's another final, another test, and important for us, which will help to also help to increase the rivalry between these two clubs.
Aquí a la teva esquerra, Ramon Salmurri de Catalunya Ràdio, en directe a Catalunya Informació. Parlaves l'altre dia de punt d'inflexió.
You talked about an inflection point the other day.
Hi ha dies que està jugant molt bé i d'altres que...
Right now we're seeing a bit, Barça a bit irregular, some days really good, other days not so much. Is that the focus, to try to get stability? Yes. We want to consolidate the things that we're doing well. In my opinion, we play well against Atletico. Defensively, strategically, we have certain areas to improve on. We need 2 or 3 good results, consecutive results, to prove that we're on the right track. And tomorrow, in that sense, is an important match to consolidate all that and to continue with the positive sensations. We're training well. We've had a week to prepare, and things are looking good, but it depends on the result, but we're on the right track.
Dani
Alves will be suspended for 2 games. Do you plan to maybe change the system? Or what options does Dani have in the other competitions? Dani is very important for us. He gives us so much. We can't do anything against the suspension. He'll be missed for 2 games. We'll see. We have various options. For the wing back, we'll decide tomorrow. But clearly, Alves will be missed. He helps us so much also in attack, to create superiority in opponent's half. He's able to score goals, give assists. So it's an important player that we will miss in these next 2 games in the league. In the Europa League, he will also not play, so it means that he'll be out for 4 matches. After beating Atletico, you're now in the Champions League spots. One of the first objectives of the season has been achieved. We also saw you talk about no opponents stopping you. Is it very far-fetched to think that you could still fight for the league? I already said that we can't dismiss anything. Obviously, we know of the difficulties of this task. We're 15 points behind with 1 game less. There's still games to be played, but we're at a considerable distance. But we can't dismiss anything. The first objective is to finish in the top 4. We've said that many times, but I don't want to discard anything else. We'll see. We'll see in these next few games. I think that we need 2 or 3 good games to consolidate the good sensations and see that we're effectively improving and see where we're able to end up. We have to also wait for the teams ahead of us to drop points and for us to remain consistent. We know it's difficult, but we can't discard anything. You made your debut as coach against Espanyol, and Barça are now on the best string of matches since then, 17 matches undefeated since you were coach. What else is missing from this team? You talked about the improvements. Well, what is still missing for this team to consolidate? Well, to continue with the good results. In the end, we're competing very well. We won in intensity and rhythm, and certain aspects, such as the high press, we're able to regain possession. I want to continue with this intensity and this rhythm. With the ball, we're circulating the ball very fast, with less touches, getting to our opponent's half. So we're improving. What we need is to consolidate. Consolidate the sensations as well as the results. That's football. And the results will dictate whether or not we're improving. So we need to consolidate. Continue with the top four. We're there now. We've reached an objective, but maintaining that objective is the most difficult part.
Buen día. Elena Condis de la cadena COPE. Deportivamente, el equipo está en una gran situación.
From a sporting perspective, the team are in a good moment. You're back in the top four. Things are improving. From an institutional point of view, however, Fran Reverter has stepped down. Does that affect the dressing room, or are you fully isolated of what happens off the pitch? We make sure that it doesn't affect us. We continue training day by day. We haven't talked about it in the dressing room. I talked to Ferran. He said he was going to come say goodbye to me personally. So it's a personal situation. He made it be known publicly, and he's helped us a lot, and we wish him all the best. He is a great professional, very approachable and close to the staff as well. It's a shame, but it's down to personal circumstances, and we wish him the best.
Hola, mister. ¿Qué tal? Alejandro Segura, en directo para Radio Marca. Hemos conocido esta semana que Eric García ya está entrenando.
Eric García is training and back with the group. I don't know if he's able to be called up as well, perhaps even play tomorrow against Espanyol. And Memphis has been out for a long time, and how's he? Yeah, Eric is good. If tomorrow nothing crazy happens, he'll be included in the list. We'll see if he starts. Memphis, he still needs a bit more time. We'll see how he evolves this week, but he's doing well. It was a little relapse in the same area, and it takes a little longer to recuperate, but he's looking good, and next week he'll be available. The other day, we saw a good version of the team. It's been 2 weeks now that you've only had games on the weekend, so you had adequate preparing time. Have you reached the level that you were expecting? Yeah, against Atletico, we saw an excellent Barça until the send-off. We defended well. We were generous, but we need to continue to work with maximum humility. We're in the 4th spot. We want to continue to climb the table, and we need to work with the same humility, be intense, and be united, which are giving us good results in the league, and we need to continue down this path. I think we're doing things well, but we can't stick our chest too far out yet. We need to continue to work hard and with a lot of humility.
Hola, Xavi, bon dia. Laura Brugués, de TV3. Volia preguntar que fins la temporada passada...
Since last season, Messi was in charge of taking the penalties and the free kicks. This season, what is your criteria for who is the first shot taker? Well, today we worked on the free kicks, for example. In the end, it's a surprise because some players don't want to take it, but they take them very well. Pedri, Ferran Torres, Eric García. Today, Martin Braithwaite, Frenkie de Jong. They'll train it. Messi trained it. Messi, with 21 years old, wasn't taking them,
Això és entrenament.
but he trained it.
Entrenament i entrenament i entrenar
And
i això és
free kicks is a question of training.
I abans de partit entrenem les faltes directes.
And
I sí que és veritat,
always at the end of trainings, we work on free kicks.
va arribar un moment que el percentatge del Leo era extraordinari.
Of course, in the case of Leo, it was clear that he was a specialist, but we have Memphis, Dani Alves,
I jugadors que crec
and other players
amb el tema
that I think can take a step forward when
hi haurà especialistes i fem
taking free kicks or being in these situations.
l'estaf de qui pot tirar les faltes i és
Ahead of any game, the staff comes up with a list of the players that will
perquè crec que és
be responsible. But I think based or
millor futbolista del món i potser
practicing these situations and these kicks is what
10 anys
helps the players to improve.
gols ha fet de falta. Em sembla que ha sigut el
How many
millor i amb 21, 22 anys no en tirava.
Messi, like I said, with 21 years old, didn't take them, so it's a question of training.
Hola, Xavi. Edu Polo, Mundo Deportivo. Seguint amb la pregunta de la Laura, no sé si el mateix passa amb els penals, perquè
I don't know if the same thing is the case of penalty. Memphis and Coutinho
no sé si ens pots dir
took the penalties. They're now not available. Do you make the list, or does it depend on the players? No, we make the list, logically.
Ha sigut així.
It's always been like this.
Són sensacions.
In the end, it's based on sensations.
Un bon tirador de penals,
Busquets is good at penalties. Leo, in the end, did everything, penalties and free kicks.
tenim el Memphis,
But now we need players to take a step forward. Memphis, or Aubameyang,
jugadors que poden
they're all specialists. These are all penalty takers. Piqué as well.
tenim jugadors per
So we have players to take penalties, but visually we're not used to seeing them because normally we saw Messi take them.
tira, no?
So now it's, oh wow,
Pas endavant,
who's going to take them now?
Memphis és un especialista molt
Memphis is an excellent specialist.
del derbi, no? A casa.
Last time at a derby against Espanyol, he scored the penalty. So we have players ready for these situations.
Hola Xavi, Josep Soldado para La Sexta y Antena 3. No sé si te gusta la estadística que con el español Hernández
Don't know if you
de mañana no han ganado nunca, se han quejado de esta
like this statistic or not with Hernández Hernández, the referee.
estadio, más allá del habitual de los derbis.
Do you expect a bit more pressure tomorrow? They haven't won with Hernández Hernández. Well, each game is
Que l'àrbitre que lo haga
a different story. The referees will try to do their best and try to be just. That's all we want for both teams. And may the best team win.
Hola Xavi, buen día. David Ibáñez de Mediaset. Siguiendo en esta línea,
Following this line,
salió una entrevista de
this week,
Hernández con 11 años diciendo que
interview came out with Hernández Hernández saying that
incluso han dicho
Barça was his favorite team. Espanyol
tú que has jugado tanto
didn't like it. They wanted to
puede llegar a influir
change the ref. Do you think that this could perhaps
del Barça.
influence the game? The fact that he said when he was small that he was a Barça fan?
que és del Barça.
Well, for good or bad, of course, he could also try to be a little bit harsher on us to prove that he's
Ya he dicho muchas veces que es una
impartial. But we talked about this many times, how difficult the work of a ref is. It's very complicated to make decisions in split seconds.
penal también, pero
Now with VAR,
sí es
they get some help, but still, it's very complicated, and we need to help them, to protect them.
van de la mejor manera
And hopefully they'll be able to work the best way possible. I believe in their professionalism.
quieren ser ecuánimes al final, no?
They want to do their best job,
No veo ningún problema.
so I don't see any problem.
Jordi Gil.
Hola, Xavi, del diari Esport. L'altre dia ja vas dir que
The other day you said
comptava com un mes,
that Dembélé was part of the squad.
especialment somrient,
We saw him
amb molt bon peu amb l'Aubameyang, no?
smiling in the training sessions and
N'has parlat
get on with players like Aubameyang.
del que havia passat o ja és una cosa automàtica que ha sortit de que ja a partir d'ara doncs, ja podràs comptar habitualment amb ell?
Have you already made your decision whether he'll be able to play? Yes.
No intentar, sinó que tenia la idea
I already
de jugar a la segona part, per les circumstàncies.
had the idea against Atleti to have him play the second half. Circumstances didn't make that happen because of the Dani's send-off. Meant that Serginho was going to come in, but he was going to help the team, and he'll play for sure.
Tema tancat, no?
I think it's a close topic. He's part of the squad, and I'll decide when he'll participate or when not.
Aquí Joan Domènech.
Bon dia, Joan Domènech del Periódico. Has comentat abans amb les coses que havia millorat
You talked about the areas where the team has improved. Since you've arrived, what is still missing from this team that they need to improve? Attacking the spaces in the right moments, to be more consistent in the defensive line, strategic plays. Also, the wingers need to participate more in the goal. Areas that we work specifically with individual players. The team are playing intense. They're winning a lot of duels. We've managed to improve our arriving at our opponent's 18-yard box. These are circumstances that need time. But generally speaking, we're improving in many aspects. And other areas where we need to improve, which we talk about, the video sessions and individual training. We're very on top of the players in this regard.
Xavi, Carles Ruiz Pérez del diari La Vanguardia. Volia preguntar-te per Gavi.
I want to ask you about Gavi.
26 partits aquesta temporada.
26 matches played so far this season.
Tu, per exemple, vas jugar 26 la teva primera temporada.
Did you play? You played 26 matches in your debut year. What is it that you like most of him, and what area does it need to improve? He steals. He's very good at recuperating possession, taking the ball away from the opponents. He's very competitive and wins direct duels. He understands the high press very well. He's excellent at that. He turns very well when we want to play in between the lines. He's a player with a lot of talent, but he needs to organize himself. He needs to find the right resources in the right moments. He needs to attack the space better, when to let the wingers run or when to pass it. These are tactical situations where he needs to improve. But with 17 years of age, his production is spectacular. He's an incredible talent. With 17 years to already have such an impact and play with the Spanish national side is marvelous.
Xavi, Víctor Martí, agència F. Tornant amb el tema Alves, tenint en compte que contra l'Atlètic de Madrid va jugar una miqueta més per dins, contemples la possibilitat que pugui jugar algun centrecampista estil Frenkie?
Do you think that with Alves out, you could have an additional midfielder play like Frenkie? Wow, we'll see tomorrow. I can't say that now. We'll see that tomorrow. It depends on the lineup of our opponents, how we want to attack, how Espanyol will defend. For me, Vicente is a great coach. He works very well. He knows how to work the defensive transitions as well, very well. We need to analyze it and try to surprise Espanyol in our attack, in our positional play. We'll see tomorrow. I can't advance anything more right now.
L'equip farà demà entrenament d'activació a les 12 a la ciutat esportiva Joan Gamper. Posteriorment facilitarem la llista de convocats. Gràcies.
Gràcies.